we are good here. Can you guys hear okay? Is the video working here? Actually, I should probably double check this. Let me see. Oh, okay, good. We are live. Oops. And stick it on top. Ah. Where are you? Sorry, 1 second. And make it so this thing sticks. Good. Alright, here we are. Okay, so yesterday I was working a little bit on this drawing here, and yeah, just playing a little bit more with grease pencil. It's pretty fun stuff. This is what I like to do in my free time. Tedious, extremely tedious drawings of camera guts. That's my idea of a good time. And yes. Oh, hello Oxer. Good morning. Can you guys hear okay? Is the audio good? Video good? Let me know, 'cause I'm not checking right now. Oh, okay, I guess you can see. So I love drawing guts or cutaways of stuff. It's one of my favorite things to draw. I don't know why. It's a little bit creepy, I guess. I like to draw chicken guts, animal guts, bones, skulls, insides of machines. I just like to look at the insides of stuff. Yeah, it's a little bit creepy. But I think drawing, just the act of drawing things satisfies my curiosity. I used to take apart stuff when I was a kid. Like, my uncle gave me a BB gun for Christmas, or what was it? Like, yeah, it was an compressed air. You know, the ones that take a little nitrogen canister or whatever. So I got to take that apart, play with that. I guess my parents weren't really concerned with their young child disassembling weapons without any sort of safety, but it's okay. Yeah, you know, usually when I put stuff back together there would be a couple screws missing, but you know, things usually work even with a few screws missing. I used to work on cars a lot. My aunt passed me down her 1980s Toyota Supra that was basically covered in rust because in Florida cars just turn into rust instantly. And so I got to work on that car. That was a fun car to play with. It didn't have any brakes though, so I couldn't really drive it. Could drive it around the neighborhood, but that's about it. Yes, very humid in Florida. And they lived on the beach and they had no garage, so the car was just sitting outside, like in the saltwater air, and it just dissolved. But yeah, I took out the whole interior of that car for some reason. I don't know why. I think I was watching a lot of drifting videos at the time, and I was like thinking it's like, oh yeah, this is gonna be like a race car, even though it didn't have any brakes. But I basically took out the whole interior and made a mess, and there was a lot of missing screws left over. And after that, I had an 80s MR2, and that one needed a lot of work. That car broke down on the way home. So we bought it from this guy who was like, I don't know, 6'3" or something, a Coast Guard huge guy, and he didn't really fit into the car. So I'm not sure what he was doing with that car, but we bought it, and then it sort of got it back home, but it was like leaking coolant all over the floor. So that was a fun car too. When did I start doing Blender? I not that long ago actually. I think started Blender maybe 2 or 3 years ago. But I've done a lot of 3D stuff. Played with a bunch of programs, and I think Blender is my daily driver right now. My favorite one so far. Yes, cross sections are the best. Yeah, I saw that he worked on the new ones. I haven't seen them yet. I think the last ones I saw were the episode 1, 2, and 3 cross-section books. You can't beat the Stephen Beastie books though. Those are the best cross-section books, I think. Oh, you've probably seen it. You know the book called Incredible Cross Sections. This book, really popular. I think probably one of the best-selling cross-section books ever, and I think this book really influenced me growing up. Stephen Beastie. Or Beastie, I don't know. Have I tried to make the geo of the form and strokes? Yeah, we tried that the other day. I don't think it was working in 2.8 yet. It works in 2.79, but we're using 2.8 right now. Hopefully that'll be coming in soon. We'll see. There's been a lot of cool stuff added in recently. Like yesterday we were looking at soft shadows in EEVEE, which is a really exciting feature because, I mean, those shadows look just as good as ray trace shadows. It's pretty awesome. How do you merge grease pencil layers? There's a merge function in the grease pencil layers panel. It's a little bit hidden. I wish it was exposed. But if you're using, well, I haven't released this yet, but I'm working on a panel here for grease pencil. So normally you would find it here under the specials of the grease pencil layers. So you'd say merge down, but I have it broken out into its own button here. So this is going to merge down, and because I feel like this is a pretty useful feature that might be a little bit more common. So I have it here. Normally it would be under here. Convert grease to curve and bevel curve, then convert curve to mesh. Yep. That's how it should work when it comes out. I mean, maybe it is working now. We can test it. Let's see. Strokes, convert. Did it do it? No, not yet. Let me see. Strokes, convert. Cannot convert. They have no valid timing data. What does that mean? We're not timing anything, are we? Delete the keyframes. What is this? How about this? Convert strokes. Oh, there we go. It looks like it made a path. Oh, here it is. Let's see. Alright, so it makes the curves, but they have this, they're all closed for some reason. I wonder if I can make it so that they're not closed. Does anybody know how to do that? Curve, make toggle cyclic. No, that's not it either. Okay, it's actually working, so that's not bad. I think this is, yeah, how do we get it so that they don't close themselves off like this? I want it to be not closed. Uncheck linked stroke. Where is that linked stroke? Or where do we find that option? Is that in the grease pencil converting option, or is that somewhere? Let's see. If you hit Alt C, you can select not to close. Oh, okay. All right. Let's try that. Okay, back to here. Alt C. Okay, and then what? Polygon curve. Does that work? Grab that one. No, still doing it. When you create the curve, it pops up on the bottom as an option. Oh, I see. Okay. Let's try it one more time. Alt C. Let's create a path down here. Oh, okay. Right. There it is. I sort of wish that it would automatically switch to the newly created curves. Ooh, there we go. We're in business. Alright, so now let's add those curve options. Oh, I need to add that into my pie here. Let's see, properties, curve, and now we just use our regular old, what would it be, depth. Here we are. Beautiful. And we need this to be not half, but full. And we're all set. There we go. Excellent. Excellent. Yes, okay. Ooh, that's cool too. You can build them like that, animate that. Alright. And then what else can we do? Can we do sculpting in here and control the thickness? Is there a way to like control thickness of certain points here? Alt S. Yes, there is. Okay. So if we pick a point here and enable proportional editing, there we go. We got it. We got it, guys. Here we Alt S. And there it is. Cool. Pretty cool. Alright. Let's see. Alright. Do you use Pi menu editor? No, I don't. I wish I could, but I don't because I kind of include them in my tutorials, so I don't want people to have to buy the Pi menu editor. I would use it if you could export the pies and like share the pies, but yeah, I just have to make them manually. It really sucks to make them manually. It's such a pain. But it's what I do. It's what I do. Okay, let's keep going here. Oh yeah, actually, well, let me do that. I also want to play with, let's see if we can find another. Yeah, this one's pretty simple. Postal truck. Would this one work? I wonder if this would be good to demonstrate. I want to look at the soft shadows thing again because it's just so cool. I can't get enough of it. Let's see. So if we have a light here, turn on soft shadows. Why am I? Where's my textures? Out there. So this light, where are you? Oh, you're this light, okay. I want to make you crispy, soft shadows on, and the radius can be bigger. And there they are. And then this one here, let's turn on shadows here, let's make it tiny. Soft shadows on as well. I wonder why this is looking so funky here. This really looks weird. And where is my other stuff? Alright, let me delete big lighting. Where's my shadow? What the? This is weird. Let me change this to a point light. I think the size is just way too big. You know what, I'm gonna do a new scene. This is dumb. Outliner, where are you? In there. Delete that light. Alright, let's change the strength of this light way down low. Here. And then let's bring in a cylinder. And right now the contact shadow is what's creating this sort of like grainy looking shadow. So let me go back to my light for a second and get rid of contact shadow. So here's our regular shadow, and we can turn on soft shadows and it starts to scatter. Well, first let me make this shadow good. So let me make the softness down to 0. So that's what we want. You can also change the resolution here. I don't think this really matters too much. I think 512 is even okay, because when we start to when we turn on soft shadows, it's gonna blur it anyway. So let's turn on soft shadows. Actually, let me also play with. Okay, so soft shadows does not affect the contact shadows. Interesting. Only the regular shadows. And I'm not sure what this high bit depth option really does. Doesn't seem to make much difference. Okay, clip start. And I also want to play with the settings of the light here. The exponent, I guess. I wish there was a way to make this sharp right here without affecting this over here. I guess it's hard to differentiate those two, but because it looks better when it's soft over here, but then down here it looks weird. So this is what we want. And then we can make the soft shadows like that, and we can change the render settings to make more samples. So it keeps going and going and going and going. Maybe it is better if the exponent isn't so high. Is that better? Man, that's just amazing. I love just watching it. It's sort of like the computer's painting or something. And you can even see it in the reflections too. I don't know, guys. I'm just in love with this feature. This is my new favorite toy. That's interesting. So we have a shadow, but then it like disappears when it gets closer to another plane. I wonder why that. Let's see. Shadows. Yeah, sorry if this is a little bit boring, guys, but I am having fun with this. So why is it doing that? Does anyone know what setting that is? Is that bias? Oh, it is bias. Let's turn the bias down to like 0.01. There we go. Look at that. But then we get all this other weird artifacting here. Interesting. Let's try 0.02. A little bit better. I'm curious about this. Why is that happening? There. But I mean, that's pretty good. That's what you would expect to happen right there. As it gets closer, it should be sharper. Man, that's really good. It's Ray trace from screen space, and rays have a minimum bias, so if the distance is small, the effect disappears. So what's the benefit of having the effect disappear? Is it so we avoid these kind of artifacts here on the plane? And hello, Ryan, by the way. Good to see you here. Yeah, so soft shadows. So what's going on here? What is this weird artifact onion skinning feature look right here? I wonder. Smaller bias equals less artifacts. Okay, so let's go back to the light. But if I go a smaller bias, it actually looks like more crap is showing up. If I go bigger bias, But this is great because it's like you don't even need a contact shadow here, right? Is that how it works? Let's see. What if we have a shape like this? Yeah, then, I mean, do we need a contact shadow here? Let me see. Because contact shadows are great, but they're also kind of like fake looking sometimes, right? Maybe just a very, very tiny one. Like 0.01 contact shadow. But see, the contact shadow does shit like that, which is weird. You don't want to have like a little armpit of shadow right there. Okay, so it's just covering that little corner there. Not bad. And then this here, if I bring this down really low. Oh, I guess it's not enough resolution there. What if we crank up the resolution? 2048. No. Let's see. Clip start. Oops. 0.001. No. Exponent. Minus 0.00001. Nope. So why is it missing that corner right there? Is it the exponent? 1000. The onion skinning is temporal aliasing happening over time as samples converge to the final result. It takes a couple seconds. Contact shadows are still useful for high frequency self-shadowing on complex forms. Probably better to adjust soft shadows to optimize for artifact-free shading and contact for darker AO. Damn. Okay. Well, let's keep playing with this. Interesting. It's a weird effect. All the edges are sort of left alone, and then everything else is getting that shadow. This is kind of a cool, like, drawing effect. It looks like a charcoal drawing almost. Oh, shade smooth doesn't work on that, huh? Yeah, it's ignoring shade smooth. Huh, okay, well, let me get off of this thing. Let's see if a point light is any better. Point. The heavy temporal means it's probably not too useful for animations, but it's good for static look dev. How long I've been using Blender? It's been about 2 or 3 years. Let's see. Alright, so let's open up a different scene. Sorry, I don't even know what's going on. Oh, seaplane. Is this good? Oh yeah, this guy. I wonder what that looks like with the soft shadows. Alright, let's see. Okay, maybe I need to put a plane in to actually see the shadow here. Okay, it looks like we got two lights. We have an area light and a point light. So here's our weird shadow, and then I'm going to turn off the shot softness here. Look at that. Okay. But it looks like there's two shadows going on, right? Like one is the contact shadow, right? Wait, why is it doing... It looks like two copies. Oh, because we got the bottom section down here and the top section. So this is the top section, this is the bottom section. And then this is the engine. So that makes sense. And if we get closer, I don't know about this whole like shading here, because I don't think the shadow should be have any different values like 1, 2, and 3. Should it? Maybe it should. I don't know. I don't know if that's scientifically correct there, because usually when you see a cast shadow, it's all one color, right? I don't know why it's having 3 different colors there for the cast shadow. Okay, so then let's add soft shadows. Yeah, I think this should all be one value there. I wonder if that's controllable somewhere to sort of lock it into one value here. Does Ryan know? Ryan must know. So it seems like they're taking the distance of the object to the light and multiplying that into the lightness of it, something like that. Let's see. What if we go farther? Oh, if we go farther away, then they all become the same. If we go closer, then they disappear. Oh, okay, so that's the exponent, I guess. So we can control that. It was inside of where was it? It was inside here. The light settings. Render light settings. So I don't like that we have to switch between the render settings and the light settings just to control shadows. So I've been trying to include stuff all together in this one menu so we can have it all together. So for example, like right now I'm missing these 3 settings. So if I want to add them into my pie menu, I can just hover over and say, what is that setting? It says bpy.data.lightspoint.shadow_buffer_bias. Shadow_buffer_bias. Shadow buffer exp. Shadow buffer bleed bias. Shadow buffer bias. Okay, let's go to my little script here. And then right now we're using this pop-up called properties that I'm working on. And so here's shadow buffer clip start, shadow buffer clip end, blah 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 blah. So I need to add in, oh, they're already in here. I just took them out for some reason because I thought they wouldn't be useful, but I was wrong. So let me save that. Save as seaplane soft shadows Okay, and there we go. And then let's close this up and bring it back. And then we gotta add, where was it? Shit. Open recent. Okay, so let's see. If I have my light selected, bring it up. Where is my shit? Damn it. I thought I added that crap in. Oh, that's why. Okay, save that. Reload my scripts. There it is. Okay, so now I don't need all this extra crap over here. I can put my chat over here. And great. So let's keep working on that light. So exponent, that must be an exponent. So I need to increase the exponent. And normally that I could see how that would be bad. Like you might want to see, let's see, under here especially. Let's see. So I basically want to make it so that everything is black, and then let's try with soft shadows and increase the samples here. Now that's starting to work. That's pretty nice. Alright, so let's compare this to with contact shadows. So what would contact shadows give us here that we don't already have? I mean, this looks really good to me. This actually looks more realistic than the contact shadows. Let me see. So let's turn off the regular shadows, turn on contact shadows. So here's contact shadows, and it's basically giving us the same thing, except it's not as good, because it disappears at certain points. Like if we block, basically with contact shadows, it's a screen-based method. So if we're blocking certain shapes with our screen, like we can't see the other side of that engine or this other engine. Like right now the other side is blocked, so we can't see that shadow over there. But if we can see the engine, then we see the shadow over there. So it's good, but it's also bad, because as soon as we block stuff over here, now we can't see the shadow anymore. But if we let's turn off contact shadows, bring back our regular shadows. So now this is better, because we can see everything all the time. Okay. The only thing though is it's a little bit dark. I mean, it's pretty damn dark in here, but I don't think that's the shadow's fault. I think that's because we need to add in a light probe to give us some bounce light. So if we go add a light probe, let's see. Do I already have a light probe? I think I already had one. Let me get rid of that. Alright, let's see if this helps at all to fill in some of these really dark areas in here. Let's go Z, bake lighting. Oh yeah, there we go. Holy shit. Oh my god. That is fucking amazing. Holy shit. These shadows look amazing. Okay. I think I'm just gonna use this. I'm not gonna use contact shadows anymore. I don't see, unless I find a case where it's better, but holy shit, this looks good. Okay. Let me save this. Let me go and find myself another example here. I'm gonna do a stress test here on the hover bike, because this one has been giving me a lot of shit for the shadows. So let's try this again. We're in rendered mode here, and I have my regular shadows. Alright, so I'm gonna bring up my background here and change the material to something lighter so I can see what the hell's going on here. Okay, so I got the soft shadows going a little bit, but you can see the contact shadows happening everywhere here. Let me actually let me turn off all my lights for a second, because this is too much light. Alright, I'm gonna add let me make a new light, or maybe I need a new collection. Oops, undo that. New collection here. Light test. Okay, so let's go into light test here. Add a new light. Point light. Okay. Alright, so I'm excited here. We've got our soft shadows are on. Let me turn it off first and see what we got. So softness needs to be at 0. First of all, and we can see that stupid that exponent shit is making everything different values, so I definitely don't want that. I want the exponent to be like 1000 or whatever. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, so everything is totally black here. That's what I want. And then let's also change the resolution, maybe. Yeah, that looks better. Maybe even higher. Okay, good. This is looking good. And then all we have to do, alright, let me also change the bias and make sure everything is as close as possible. I don't want to go too close to where it's doing that. Maybe like right when we don't see those artifacts anymore. And then let's see. Okay, alright. Not too bad. Let's change the size of the light. Make it bigger. Wow. Okay. Yes. Okay, that's perfect. This is what I've been looking for. Man, you can even see it in these little holes over here. Alright, so now the last step is, this is great. This is working much better than those contact shadows down here under the wheels and stuff. Really sharp right here and then really soft. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so now let's add in the Irradiance volume. This is our last ingredient for success. Where did it go? I thought it was going to be in here. Anyway, doesn't matter. Last ingredient for success right here. Oh my god. Okay. Z, bake lighting. This might take a second. I think it's waiting for the shadows to fully compute, and then it's going to fire off the baking. But I did put a lot of samples there. Yep, this makes for some good TV right here. Let me see what Ryan's been. Alright, so Ryan says, holy crap, Ryan's been busy. If your light is an area light, that's just weirdness from the real-time guessing as to how the shadow should look. Some settings are light specific and some are render specific, so you can't avoid it. Can't control shadow mapping per light. Yeah, but that's true, but if I'm working on my light settings, I would like to have access to the global shadow mapping resolution also at the same time. I don't want those to be separated. I mean, I don't want to be jumping around to different menus just to change my light settings. Sorry, let me see what's going on here, because Let me set this back to like 256 or something. Okay, bake lighting. Why isn't this thing baking? Come on, man. People are watching. You should be baking. Huh. Why wouldn't you bake? Alright, let me delete this Irradiance volume. Maybe if I select right here and create a new one. Where is it? Why isn't it showing up in here? Okay, this is the shit that confuses me because I have this collection selected and it's not creating it. I don't know, I have no idea where that thing went. Damn it. Where did you go? This is very confusing. Oops. Sorry, guys. I need to figure out what's going on with this thing. We need to bake the light. Z, bake lighting. Alright, let's see. Indirect lighting. Free lighting cache. Bake lighting. Oh, here we go. That's why. Diffuse bounces. We need 2 bounces. There we go. Now it's baking. Sorry about that. My user error, of course. It's my fault. I am the idiot. Alright. Let me make sure this is a little bit bigger. The bake lighting. It's gonna take a minute to bake. Let's see what everybody's saying here. Any screen space effect will also be scene wide rather than light specific. So if you add those options per light, you have to make it clear it affects all lights. So, okay, so that's fine too. I could say in this little pop-up, I'll just say that these options, like shadow method, cube size, cascade shadow, all of these are scene-wide or global settings. So I can say, I could say call to dot label text equals global properties. Save that. Reload that. And then if I go back to my light, here's my global light properties, and here's my specific light properties over here. Maybe I could call this global light properties. But I definitely want to have these together with the light properties so I can control everything all in one spot. In your opinion, is Blender optimized to use RTX? Ryan says no, it is not. Contact shadows are not as big of a deal. If you had lots of cabling or tight folds in the cloth, then contact shadows are the solution. Yeah, but Ryan, look at this. Look at these cables. I mean, it's working. Like, what if we get these guys and just duplicate them, move them around? Like, look at that. It's working perfectly. They're even. Look at that shadow right there. That's perfect. This is amazing. Okay. Anyway. What was I doing? Because, okay, let's compare this to the contact shadows again. So, or here, let's grab a couple of these. Here, we got a lot of complex stuff going on here. Maybe we can make some that are thinner just to see how it behaves with thin stuff. Okay. So here we are. To me, this is behaving just as I would expect. Like, this is how yeah, this is how ray tracing would sort of look, right? Let me save this scene as soft shadows. So here's our soft shadows. Let me turn that off. And again, I'll just remove the regular shadows and then turn on the contact shadows. And then look what the contact shadows is doing. I can decrease the thickness, but then we lose it out here. We lose it over here. And then we're also getting something really odd here where it's like stretching out this shadow here. And whenever a pipe overlaps the other, it blocks it, and then we lose the shadow there. Like you can see here where the thing blocks the view, it loses the shadow. So, and then if we compare that with the soft shadows, you don't get any of those artifacts. I think the payoff in that, you know, it's a little bit slower, it takes time to resolve. I'm totally cool with that. I think this is worth it. Oh my god, I'm so happy about this. I'm sorry guys, I'm just like, this is Christmas time. Alright, and I also really love that we can switch. If we go to an area light and change the scale of it, it totally behaves properly. Like, okay, so check out the size of we got a square light here, or no, a rectangle light here. But if we go like this, look what happens to the shadows. It got stretched out just like the light, which is exactly what we'd expect to see if you ever, you know, looked at the kind of shadows that a long fluorescent light would give you. It's exactly like this. This is amazing. Yeah, okay. Alright, so I'm curious also to compare this with cycles. So let me save this. Maybe I should take a screenshot here of what we've got, or maybe also the light is a bit strong. Let's try like 5. And it's also pretty dark right here. Can we bake the lighting again? Oh, there it goes. Alright. Oh, Ryan's ragging on EEVEE's contact shadows. Contact is often used as real-time alternative to AO. Soft shadows have more temporal aliasing than contact, so if everything is moving around, the contact might be smooth. Yeah, definitely for video games, like this would not work, right? It's way too slow. Contact is always meant to be used in addition to main shading, not its own. Contact is for high frequency, close range. It's not either or. Okay, that makes sense too. I mean, yeah, I totally understand that for real time, a combination of contact shadows plus standard shadows will probably be better. Alright, so let me... Yeah, why is it so dark here? Do we need more resolution in the... Let's increase the grid a little bit. Bring this down to 1. Auto bake on. Damn, why is this so dark? It was working a lot better on the other scene with the yellow airplane. I wonder what's going on here. Maybe it's because this material is metallic, I'm guessing. Let me see, node editor. No, that's not it. Is that it? 0. Oh boy. Sorry guys. I need to organize a little bit here and figure out where... Oh, here it is. This one. This needs to be down to 0. There we go. Okay, so it's because that was a metal. It wasn't catching the lighting that was generated by this bake. So let me bring this bake back in closer and bake it again. Get a little bit more detail on the bake. Alright, that's looking pretty damn good. Holy shit. Alright, I'm gonna save this and make a little comparison here. Let's do a new screenshot here. There we go. Okay. So save that. And now we can switch from EEVEE to cycles. Give it a second. Hello. Is this gonna be okay? Are you dead? Huh. Damn, dude, look at that. Holy shit. Okay, let's see. Cycles. What's going on with cycles today? What did I do? Did I break cycles? Not sure what's going on here, guys. For some reason, cycles does not want to start up for me right now. I'm very excited about today. I wasn't expecting to find this, but it's pretty fun. Delete that. Okay. Okay, and then what do we need? Bake it. All right, so here is our test. Oh, somebody's a grumpy. Let's see. So that's one version. And then I want to change this to cycles. And the strength of the light is different. So for cycles, I think we need like 40 or 80. Oh wait, why is it doing that? Sorry if I'm losing you guys and this is boring as hell, but I am getting a little bit nerdy in here. This is the kind of stuff that is extremely exciting to people who have spent hours and hours and hours and hours rendering soft shadows. So when you see something like this, you kind of bust a nut. So I'm sorry if this is a little bit boring for you guys, but it is extremely exciting for me. Why is this light so dark? Oh, that's why I'm not even controlling the right light. Am I? Dude, what is going on today? This is so confusing. Alright, let's try that again. Okay. Here's cycles. And then let's switch to EEVEE. Okay. Rebake. Oh shit. Did I just delete the old? Damn it. So here's one. And let's compare this to the other one. Not too bad. I probably should have let it go for more samples so it could be softer, but I mean that's the basic idea. It's good. It's getting the little reflections in there. brightening it up. Yeah, this is really exciting stuff. Okay guys, I'm sorry if that was extremely boring for you. I'm gonna go back and play with this model a little bit more probably. Well, I don't think I should. Whatever. Let me see what's going on in here. Why is light so dark? Oh jeez. Let me see. Oh, I want to try this scene too. Damn it, I need to stop here, but I got all these old scenes. I love that you can just kind of breathe new life into all these old models just by playing with all the new EEVEE stuff. It's so fun. So this is my little animation here. Make this darker. Do I have a collection with all lights maybe? Can I filter this by lights? Okay, I'm going to delete all of these lights for a second. Select, delete. Man, this outliner. There we go. Okay. So our background. I wonder why our background isn't updating here, but I guess it's okay. So what if we have a sunlight in here, and let's rotate it a little bit. Okay, and then we can control the shadow resolution here. Let's make it high res. There we go. Softness is 0. There we go. Okay, I don't know why it's clipping onto the camera like that, but okay. And what is this distribution? Fade. Ooh. Okay, soft shadow. Okay, that's a really tiny radius, 0.005. There we go. 0.00. How about 0.2? All right, that's looking better. 0.04. This, let's just remove that. Oops. Shit. So I don't know why the background color. Oh, here we go. Oh man, that's crazy. So why is the sunlight only working in certain areas, I wonder? Damn it. There we go. Oh yeah. Okay. So then we need to increase the max distance. Oh wait, no, that's the end. 200. Interesting. Why is it doing that? Anyway, guys. Sorry I've been, oh my gosh, what's going on in here? Holy. We'll get more use out of Reflection Pro for this uses. Means like lots of big planar surfaces to bounce off of. Okay, that makes sense. I like to use contact shadows. It's not about material properties, it's about giving enough planar. If you added some walls around the bike or reflectors. Yeah, that's a good point. I needed more reflectors for that metal to show up. The metal was just going straight to black in the bike. Adjusting the albedo of the ground will also affect bounce light. Good point, good point. Have you tried rendering smoke yet? Yeah, actually. I have a little smoke thing. If you go on my YouTube, Sci-Fi Corridor Blender. So this was done in EEVEE. Oh, that's weird. I don't want to hear my own voice. And it's basically a bunch of smoke cards, but it's not real smoke. It's fake texture smoke, but I think it works pretty well, even though it's fake, quote unquote. Especially if your lighting effects are, you know, you got your motion blur, you got lighting effects going, you got stuff moving around, you can't really tell that it's fake, I guess. Or, I don't know. No, I haven't tried simulating smoke yet. I don't know. Have you done that in Blender? But yeah, here's the cards going. And by the way, this is a little mini tutorial if you guys want to try to make smoke in EEVEE. It's a full video here. It shows you how I did it. But anyway. Man. Okay. Productive day. I am excited. Oh, hello, Zopanoi. Alright guys, I think I'm done for today. Thanks for joining in. I hope this was cool. This is exciting. We'll keep on playing with this stuff in the future. Well, I'll be back here tomorrow. Same time, 11 a.m. PST. Please remember to dislike and smash that unsubscribe bell and report this channel to the proper authorities. Oh shoot, sorry, Panoi. The recording of this thing will be online right after this, so if you want to check it out, you can go on there. But I'll be back tomorrow, so hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. Okay guys, have a good day. Bye bye.